know about you, but I like to eat healthier and save money whenever I can. So in today's video, I'm going to show you 6 items that I no longer buy in a store because they are easy to make at home, they're usually cheaper, and they end up being a little bit healthier than what you would find in a grocery store. So let's get right into it. We're gonna be starting with our countdown at number 6, moving all the way down to number uno. So, without further ado, let's start with number 6 being salad dressings. Now this one may or may not be a shocker to some of you, but honestly, salad dressings are one of the easiest and most simple places to start when it comes to not only just cooking for yourself and learning how to make food taste good, but it's so simple to make dairy-free swaps when you're making your own salad dressings. Whether you like salad dressings that are creamy or vinaigrette or oil-free, there are so many ways to make incredible tasting salad dressings that are just so great for not only salads, but grain bowls, Buddha bowls. You can marinate tofu and tempeh and all sorts of veggies, you name it. Salad dressings are the way. I have 2 entire videos that cover how to make my favorite salad dressings, but just for your benefit in this video today, I'm gonna show you one of my absolute favorite dressings that I always have on hand, and that is my maple mustard dressing. It's like a plant-based take on a honey mustard, and literally all you need is oil, you need apple cider vinegar, maple syrup, a little bit of Dijon mustard, and if you want, you can throw in some garlic, you can add some herbs, some salt and pepper. Give it all a shake in a jar, and there you go. You have a delicious dressing that is good for everything. Keeps in your fridge for weeks. Like I said, I have a plethora of salad dressings on my channel already, so you can check them out up here or go into the video description below and take a look for them. Moving on to number 5 in our list, it's tempeh. Now tempeh is probably one of the most polarizing vegan proteins out there. I'd say about half of us absolutely love it, while the other half of us, we're kind of like, nah girl, I'm good. I used to be in that half. I personally really did not like tempeh the first few times I bought it. It's kind of funky. It's got a certain twang to it that I just did not like. But I learned that if you make your own tempeh, which is very popular and very easy to do, most people end up enjoying it better because it tastes way fresher and you don't get that certain funkiness to it, if you know what I mean. Not only does it taste more delicious when you make it yourself, it's way cheaper. Like, you guys know how expensive tempeh is. Like, one little tiny block that I could eat by myself in one sitting is like $5. Yet, you could spend maybe $10, $15, $20 maximum on a big bag of dry soybeans, plus a few packets of starter culture to make your tempeh, and you'll end up with probably 4 to 6 times the amount of final end product tempeh instead of just like one tiny block. So it's a win-win in my books. It's super delicious, super easy to make, and yes, there is a little bit of a learning curve, but once you make one batch of tempeh, you'll really see that it can be quite easy, and you will most likely become addicted to making it. I definitely have, and if you guys want to see a full kind of a walk you through video tutorial on how to make tempeh, I did it recently in a video right up here, so make sure you take a peek. We're moving right along to item number 4 in our countdown, which is tofu cream cheese / ricotta. Now, don't get me wrong, I really do love the convenience of just being able to walk into any of my grocery stores and being able to conveniently find any kind of plant-based cream cheese I can pretty much think of. There's lots of them out there now, there's many good flavors, and it is nice to just be able to grab a pack of bagels, grab some vegan cream cheese, and call it a day. But one thing that I've really noticed about store-bought plant-based cream cheeses is that there's really not a whole lot of protein at all to be spoken of, and there's really not much nutrition. Most plant-based cream cheeses I ever find are pretty much exclusively fat, oils, and starches. I feel like we could do better, people. I feel like we could do better. And I have, which is why I have been for the last few years making my own cream cheese from tofu, which is higher in protein, much more filling, and a lot more nutritious. Making your own tofu cream cheese is also a great swap for ricotta cheese in recipes like lasagnas and pastas, and honestly, tofu cream cheese is so simple to make. You've probably seen me make it if you follow me. You've seen me make it in so many other recipes. All you need is a food processor, grab yourself a block of extra firm tofu, you plop that in there, add whatever herbs and spices you feel like that day, some salt and pepper, maybe a squeeze of lemon juice or some apple cider vinegar for a little bit of tang, a little bit of plant milk, some oil, maybe you throw in a clove of garlic in there, blend it up until smooth. and you have cream cheese. It's literally that simple, and it is so delicious. So I hope you try it sometime. Moving right along to number 3, and that is hummus. Now, hummus is one of those items that I always get like a full body cringe whenever I buy it, because I know I could have just made it myself at home for a fraction of the cost and probably with way less calories. It's quick, it's yummy, and it's cheap to make, okay? And I have learned some helpful tips along the way in my many years of making hummus, and those are: 1, add some ice cubes to the hummus while it blends. I don't know the science behind it, but adding ice cubes to your hummus while it's blending gives you a fluffier, smoother hummus. If you want to be a little bit more mindful of calories, you can use less oil in your hummus and make it with more tahini. If you want ultra smooth hummus, you can take the time to remove the skins off of your chickpeas, but honestly, I have never done it that way, and I have been just fine with the texture of the hummus with the chickpea skins on. Ain't nobody got time for that, okay? You can change up the flavors of your hummus. You can add raw or roasted garlic, you could add roasted red peppers, you could add jalapenos, you could add pickle juice, you can add literally whatever you want to your hummus and give it whatever flavor you're feeling on any particular day. Hummus is just such a good condiment to have on hand for quick, easy snacking, good in pitas, wraps, sandwiches, you name it. So if you haven't made your own hummus already, what are you waiting for? And go make some. We are at number 2 in my countdown, and that is nut butter. Now, if you have a food processor and some nuts, you can make nut butter. Hazelnut butter just happens to be my favorite nut butter, but if you have really any nuts like cashews or pecans or peanuts or almonds, you can make nut butters at home. I also love making my own homemade Nutella. It's basically just hazelnut butter with a few extra ingredients added in, like cocoa powder, some maple syrup, a little tiny pinch of salt, maybe some cinnamon, and boom, you have Nutella. I actually have a full video on how to make that beautiful chocolatey hazelnut spread right up here. I highly recommend you watch it because let's be real, who doesn't love Nutella? We have made it to my number 1 item of things I no longer buy in stores, and that is, drumroll please, jam. Chia jam in particular. Now, if you have never heard of chia jam, oh my lord, oh my sweet lord, you are in for a treat. I love chia jam for so many reasons, but mostly because it has way less sugar than you would find in store-bought jam. Store-bought jams are absolutely laden with sugar. In fact, it's usually the first ingredient in any jam you'll find. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find one that doesn't have sugar as the first ingredient on the label. For me, that's just a no bueno. What I love about chia jam is that 1, the first ingredient is chia seeds, and those are absolutely so nutritious. They are antioxidants, powerhouses of energy and healthy fats and proteins, and they're just so gosh darn good for you. 2, chia jam really only needs 3 to 4 ingredients. 1 being chia seeds, frozen fruit, usually it's berries for me, a little bit of lemon juice, and sweetener if you want. I usually add maple syrup, and that's all I need, and it just renders the most amazing, juicy, plump, sumptuous, fruity jam ever. It's so good, and it takes like 15 minutes to make tops. And what I love about chia jam is that it just makes you feel so much more energized. It works the same as regular jam, I promise. It spreads beautifully. You can eat it on toast with your favorite nut butter. You can put it on top of oatmeals. You can spread it on top of pancakes or waffles. It is just so good, and you really can use any kind of fruit you want. It could be fresh or frozen. My personal favorite is blueberry chia jam, and I actually do have a full recipe video that you can check out if you want to see how to make it, and it's just an absolute winner in my book. I never don't have chia jam in my fridge. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know by giving me a big thumbs up and subscribing below. I have so many more helpful videos like this in the pipeline for you to see in the future. So I love you guys, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye!